again, obviously, no more different than when you were 6, you spent money on things that you would never spend money on currently, right? But as you guys get older, you're not going to spend the same amount of money or the same amount of time invested in these things, and that's okay. We're making kind of a just made-up fictional universe. But what I want you guys to do, if you could help me out again. Okay, so the things that we have on the board, we're just going to cap it off right here. I'm going to do this real quick. Let's see. All right, let's see if we can't just kind of collect some stuff together a little bit. So car stuff, I'm just going to lump all of our car stuff into one big entity known as the vehicle. So like insurance, car stuff, what else? Car payment, that's all. I'm going to leave gas alone, that'll be its own thing. What else? We'll just say food in general is one. What else? Phone is one, that's good. Entertainment, good. Electronics. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I'm going to get rid of hair products only because I'm jealous. I don't spend a whole lot of money on my hair products, so I'm just going to get rid of it because I really don't. And art, I'm going to get rid of it because it's assumed. You guys spend so much money on art stuff. I understand, so I'm just going to give it to you. It's a big government grant for you. And the ladies, of course. The ladies. All right, so we've got kind of our sections, right? All right, so how much do you think you guys spend on average as a group? How much do you think you spend on average currently on gas?
It's like I think like $20.
Okay, let's do this. How much do you think you spend a month? 40 a month? What car are you driving? Like a hybrid?
I got like 30 miles a gallon. I got 36 miles a
I mean, that's
gallon.
alright. $90, $100. Okay, what do we?
Yeah.
So I have 40
I think
and
like
40.
40, 45, 40, 60.
60.
40 to 100.
100.
60 to 100. What do we have?
Well, 80 to 60.
Alright, let's cut it down. Are we good with 80?
Yes.
Just cut it down the middle, call it 80? Alright, so gas, we're giving $80 to. Alright. Okay, car stuff. Fixing up your car payments, car insurance, all that jazz. A month, what do you think you spend?
$500.
300.
You need to get better hobbies.
300.
300 on car stuff. That's what do we think?
Insurance,
Lower, higher?
$450.
450? Oh, 150. Okay, alright, so 300 and 150. Somewhere in there, let's ballpark 2.
Yeah, that's
Is
good.
that fair? Do $200 on cars. Okay. Okay. Food, fast food, any kind of food. Food. What do you guys spend on food a month?
$100.
100? Alright, I got 100, I got 50. Where are we at? 100. Well, any higher than 100? $100 a month on food.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, clothing. Now we all know that I spend a whole lot on clothing, wearing the same polos every day. It's obvious that I go and buy new shirts every day of my life. But how much do you guys spend on clothing a month?
$100.
$100? Alright, I got 100. What else? Higher, lower? 50? A little bit lower? So like 50, 100, 50? Alright, let's cut it. We'll call it 75. Okay? Alright. Let's jump over. Telephone. Now back in the Dizzy, the rotary phone we carried around in our pockets, it was significantly cheaper because you had to plug it in. But now smartphones and payment plans and data plans and overage plans. How much do you guys think you spend? That's the key. How much do you spend a month on? Yeah, exactly. On cell phone. Makes you realize how much dad and mom pay for, right? Yeah. How much do you think the cell phone costs? Take a ballpark guess.
50.
How much? 55?
50.
Like 100.
That's what you think?
No, if you have a contract, it's like
80? $80?
Want the brand new iPhone.
Alright. Well, I'll give you $80. I think that's fair. Assume that you have like last year's model of the iPhone. We're not including paying for that, $400. Alright, so we'll say $80 a month. That's legit. Alright, entertainment. Going out, not even just going out to see a movie, but going out to hang out with friends. Just, again, we'll say miscellaneous. Leaving your house to do something of entertaining value a month.
100.
100? 60? Okay, 60 to 100. What we got?
$50.
$50?
No, I can entertain myself. $20.
I don't want to know. Alright, more than 50, less than 100. Cut it down to 75? Is that fair? Jabalines himself. We're not including you have no friends to go out with. That's
That's
it.
I don't have friends.
So 75. All right. Electronics. So now buying the new Xbox game, buying the new PlayStation.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I figured, right? How much have you guys spent on electronics?
I'm on
60? Okay, I got 60. What else? Higher, lower? 80, a little bit higher end? 60 to 80?
I'm on my head.
60, a little lower? Alright, we'll go to 60, is that good?
Old school, like,
60?
yeah.
Alright. Now excluding Jubilee because he has no friends, the ladies and or the gentlemen, how much should we buy, and we're just going to call this gifts, things that we give out. Hey, could be mom to dad, could be your pet dog if you saw that really cool stuffed animal for it. Gifts, giving. How charitable are we?
$80.
You are a charitable man. You have no friends. Who are you giving to? Crazy, right? Giving to yourself. What do you guys think? 50, 30?
Yeah, I'm about to say 30.
30, 50. All right, let's cut it to 40. Do 40? Good. Okay. $40 on charity. All right. $40. Okay. Somebody add up these greens for me real quick. All right. So what we're gonna do is we need to go through. And figure out what we're spending a month on this stuff. Okay. So somebody figure that out real quick for me, please. So our next step is what we need to do is we need to figure out the other things that we're not taking into account. Okay? So at this point, all of you guys have a yearly income. That's that $15,000 to $78,000 number that you have. Okay, that's your yearly income. What we refer to that in the technical world, in the adult world, we refer to that as gross. Okay? It is your gross. It is here's the money, no taxes, no spending, no nothing. That's how much you got flat. Okay? So that's your gross yearly income. Now we can take out rent, and we'll do that in a second. We can handle bills as well. So bills are a big problem. Now, a lot of you I'm going to assume do not pay bills, and that's okay. You shouldn't yet. But what we're going to do is I'm going to just kind of fill you guys in a little bit on some of these prices. If I can find my marker. All right. So how much do you guys think a monthly bill for like the electric bill or costs?
80.
$80? $800? It's honestly, you guys are pretty spot on. Assuming that you have a family, like right now your household obviously uses more electricity than a family of one. You know what I mean? But on average, we're talking kind of $50 to $100. Yes, sir.
$710.
710. Okay.
I got 630.
Okay.
630.
$710 a month. A month. Okay. So electric, yeah, you're right. It's between $50 and $100. We're assuming that you're living on your own in this apartment. That's kind of the game that we're playing. So I'm going to give you on the lower end of things, assuming that you don't just let your Xbox run 24/7. So I'm going to give you $50. Okay, I'm going to see your bill monthly is $50 for electric. How much do you guys think gas is? Assuming that you have like a gas stove or something, or gas heat.
Probably. Well, depends if you gotta get the tank filled.
I'm only 20 because I'm
100. Gas actually isn't that bad. Because again, think about there's very little things in your house that go to gas. Again, a stove or maybe your heat. Some places don't even have gas, so we're going to assume, for the sake of argument, we're going to assume that your place does not even have gas to worry about. Okay, but in general, it can go up very high. If you use the stove a lot, you use your heat a lot, obviously it can get very high. But we're going to assume that your place is going to have electric heat and you have an electric stove because it's your first apartment. So we're just going to get rid of gas. I just want you to think, but these prices do come into things. Okay, water and sewage are usually tied together. Sewage being basically we're not thinking sewage and then flushing the toilet. Sewage is like somebody comes and takes your trash away every day, the garbage man. You have to pay him because, so that's what sewage means. Water is any use of water. So that would be the toilet flushing. That would be using the spigot. That would be taking a shower, taking a long shower, which is why your parents yell at you when you take a very long shower. Right? Clean guy over here knows. So how much do you guys think water and sewage combined cost? Everyone brags about water. How much is water? $80? What do you think? $1 million.
No.
Water is $1 million. Water, truly, again, water is not as expensive as you might think. Again, talking on a single family household. Now, in your household, you got maybe you have brothers and sisters, you got mom and dad, you got all these other people in your household. That's going to offset things. Talking on a single family house, water and sewage really isn't that bad. In fact, a lot of times apartment as kind of an incentive to live in their apartment complex, you know? But in general, on a monthly scale, assuming that it's just you and you're not taking 90-year-old showers, it's probably more in the ballpark of like 25, maybe upwards of 50 if you're really like going to town. But it really is not that bad. I'm gonna give you just a solid 20. We're assuming that you are not killing yourself or anything. Okay. So electric is gonna be where most of that big time money comes from. Other things to think about though that you may not be thinking about. How many of you guys have internet at home? How many of you guys have cable at home?
Yes.
Right? Okay, that costs money. Cable on its own, just watching cable television is on the low end $50 a month, if not more. Okay? Internet on the low end is $50 a month, if not more. That's like the 1 megabyte a second kind of internet. Most of you guys probably are paying somewhere around more like $80 a month for internet. It's pricey, and that's just a cold cut cost. So assuming that we're just going to say kind of a ballpark cable and internet, you get some bundle deal, you get your telephone, whatever the hell. We're just going to call that, we'll call that the internet, and we're going to call that $100 a month. We'll just round it, okay? So automatically, just your bills. These are things you have to pay for living in this building, not including rent yet. Already, we're looking at 5, 6, 7. We're looking at 170 schmackers, right? Then you take into account over here your expenses, your monthly expenses, just for living and doing the things that you like to do. We got a 7 and 10, right? So that's pretty interesting. I don't know.
890.
So, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. That's not including rent. That's not including any other things that can offset your prices. So what we need to do now is figure out what apartment do we want to have, okay? So look at the number that you have on your piece of paper, okay? Your yearly income, your gross yearly income. And what I want you to do is kind of think about what kind of apartment could you afford? Are you on the lower end, do you need a little bit smaller apartment, or are you on the higher end, and you can go a little bit posh? So I have 4 apartments. I'm actually a landlord by trade. I don't know if you knew this or not. I have my landlord's license. So these are my apartments that I have for rent for you. All right, so I've got 4 apartments here for you guys. I've got this big condominium. It's great. I've got it divided off. It's really nice. So I've got 4 apartments for you to choose from. And it just so happens, because I'm really good at numbers and math and stuff, it just so happens that the monthly rent, is also the square footage that you'll be able to have for your apartment. It's weird how it worked out that way. The builder's really, really tight. So you can have apartment number 1. Allow me to paint this picture for you. Apartment number 1. It's a cheap but quaint little apartment. Only $400 a month. Very low end. 400 square feet. Sure, you can have 2 friends in your apartment. That'll be great fun. 400 square feet a month. You could really go to town with a couch. But don't worry, it comes with a toilet and a sink, right? Am I nice? Now, you may be one of those people who wants a shower. I understand. You have to buy that on your own. There's at least 2 square foot that you could have a shower in. It's good though. It's a really good deal, very cost effective. There's some holes in the wall that you'll have to patch. There's no carpeting, and there's no paint on the walls or lighting. There's a rat that lives there. But it's really nice. So if you're someone who just needs the bare bones, maybe you're just getting your first job at Mickey D's, and you want to get a nice place to live with some shelter over your head from the rain, except for that hole in the ceiling. So don't go in that corner. But the rest of it, really nice, $400 a month, right? Good deal, right? So maybe you want that apartment. Then we can go out in the world, right? $750 a month. Sounds like a lot, right? $750 is going to be your kind of base level. That is your generic everyday apartment. That's the one that has the crappy countertops on it, but it does have countertops. That's the one that has, it's got a toilet, it's got a sink, it's got a shower, it comes with cabinets so you can put things in there, I guess, things that you can't afford. It's great, it's great. Now, no real fancy amenities or anything. It doesn't come with any kind of microwave or anything. You gotta buy that still. But it is good to go. Recently had some water damage. You do have to buy some kind of carpeting or flooring. There is no floor in this place. But you can buy it, right? You have money. So $750 a month gets you basically a very nice 750 square foot apartment, which really, in essence, is kind of like a bedroom and a living room and a kitchen and a bathroom. And that's about it. So something akin to maybe this entire room that we're sitting in right now, only divided off, would be like your whole apartment. This is about, give or take, about 750 square feet. Okay? Then we can go up in the world. $1,000 a month. Well, now you paid it big, right? You're gonna spend. You're gonna get a little bit lavish, right? You got 1,000 square feet to work with. That's a lot, right? That's more than this room, right? That's like 2 bedrooms. Holy mackerel! You could have friends hanging over. Lots of good things that you could do in this 1,000 square foot apartment. It does come with a toilet, a sink, a shower. Comes with carpeting, right? Am I nice? I mean, it's old 70s shag, but it's good. It has carpets. It's got a lot of good stuff to it. So really, you're looking pretty good right now. Okay, pretty nice. Finally, the creme de la creme. Assuming that somebody here, maybe he's a doctor. Let me talk just to you, because these McDonald's guys. Let's be fair. Between you and I, they're not making my money, right? I want to cater to you, sir or ma'am. I want to cater to you. If you're willing to pay me $1,800 a month, you can get almost a 2,000 square foot apartment. That's massive. Maybe it's 2 floors. Who knows? You could own the whole penthouse suite for all I care. I will make this thing as nice as I can. Comes with a toilet. Comes with a sink. Comes with a shower. Comes with cabinets. Comes with granite countertops in the kitchen. Posh. And it's got wood floors for free for you because I care and you're paying me large sums of money. So these are the 4 apartments you have to choose from. So knowing your knowing your yearly income, please take 3 seconds and choose the apartment that you desire to live in. You'll be able to change it too if you need to.
I got it. I got 15 G's a year, rolling in it.
I got this wonderful $400 apartment. Let me tell you.
400 square feet, I can afford it without cable.
Perfect. We'll get to that in 1 second. But yes, we can play that game. Yep.
I think I'm gonna buy a nice box and call it a day.
I actually had a student last year who later on in the year we'll have ways that I'm going to yes. I'm going to have some ways that you can gain and lose money throughout this project, kind of curveballs. And unfortunately, my student lost all of his money to the point where he literally was looking at a cardboard box, and I make him draw a cardboard box. So yeah.
Why was there a monkey?
He had enough money to buy one. He had all of his money with that. Okay, so if you guys picked your apartment. Yes. Okay, now, you are able to go through and change this later on, and I'm going to talk about ways that you can tweak this money. For example, maybe you don't have the internet or cable. That's fine. You do pay your electric bill, you do pay sewage. You can't get away from that. But you now have your rent, okay? Now, you might notice these red numbers underneath. $50 for the $400 apartment, $100 for the $750 apartment, $200 for the $1,000, and $400 for the $1,800 apartment. What those red numbers are is they are a one-time money grant that I give to you, basically so that you can buy these things that are listed, right? So notice $50 for a sink and a toilet. That's not a good sink or toilet. That is one you found on eBay for $2, right? But basically I'm giving you this money for you, so that whenever we buy our supplies, you basically get these things for free. That's why I'm giving you that money. Okay. So all good in the hood? So far, so good? Okay. Now, factually, in the past, what I've done, and I'm not going to do it this year, in the past, what I've done is, as your rent went up, I actually made your bills go up as well. And factually, I probably should still do that, but to be fair, what ends up happening is we start to get too many numbers going on, it gets really confusing. And let's be fair, as much as we're talking about budgeting, really this is an art project. So, we're just playing in our fictional world that you're paying more rent. What I've done is I've actually increased the rent from years past, and now we kind of increasing your bills as well. So, you've picked your apartment. So we can plug that in up here in our monthly rent. Keep in mind those numbers are monthly, not yearly. Alright, so now it is time for my favorite part. This is my favorite part. You guys have already gone through, you have 2 cards and 2 dice rolls, okay? We have randomized your future. You have no hand in it, you have no way of deciding one way or another, because the world is unfair, and I like watching you squiggle and worm away. So, what I'm going to do for you is this. You have ways of making money. Okay, ways of making money. So let's find out real quick. I have them written down. Alright, so your first way of making money. Alright, a lot of times what people will do in the real world to make a little bit of extra money on the side and watch their money work for them is they'll actually go out into the stock market and they'll put a little bit of money in the stock market. Okay? So I'm going to assume that all of you are very intelligent people. You know how money works. I'm going to assume that you want to put $500 into your favorite stock market of choice. Okay? I'm nice like that. I'm going to give you a really good, this is legitimate stock tip as well. A lot of times we tend to want to go through and put, if you're going to buy stocks, you tend to buy the one that you think will make you the most money. In factuality, the one that will make you the most money will also lose you the most money very quickly. In reality, if you want to make just kind of a steady, slow increase in your cash, as in you currently, in your real world right now, put in $500 into a company, and in 5 years from now, you come out with $1,500. If you want to make a little bit of money over time, the best advice I was ever given was go into your kitchen, open up your kitchen cabinets, open up your refrigerator, and look what's in there, those products. Because those products that are in your kitchen are most likely in everybody's kitchen in the entire world. Heinz ketchup is not going anywhere, right? It's not going to crash overnight. The ketchup market will not bottom out, you know. So if you're ever someone who wants to make a little bit of money on the side, slowly over time, not overnight, those products that you see in your kitchen that everybody else has are products that you're going to want to invest in, right? Just an idea. But I'm going to assume in our fictional world that you want to put $500 into my company, and you're going to invest in my real estate business, my venturing. Now the key is though, how well did that stock pay off for you? So we have a random, your first card. Let's see here. Your first card was a numbered card. Am I correct on that? Yes. Not the royal one. So your first card was a numbered card. That first card, if it is a positive number or a negative number, that's how we're going to determine whether or not you've made any money in the stock market. So you put $500 in. If your number is a negative number, congratulations, your ship has come in. You've actually doubled your money, and you now have $1,000 to spend as you wish. So make a little tally on the bottom of your page. You now have positive $1,000 from the stock market. If your number is a negative number,
You mean odd?
what's that?
You mean odd? Like even and odd numbers?
Yeah.
No negatives.
Oh yeah. Yeah, odd. I'm an art teacher. If your number is an odd number, if your number is an odd or an even number, excuse me. So if you're odd, you just made some money. If you are even, however, you've in fact lost that $500. It is gone. My company didn't pull out for you, so I'm sorry. So if you have an even number on that first card, then you've lost 500. If you have an odd number, you've now made money, so you now have $1,000 extra. Okay?
I'm having so much fun.
I know.
I'm officially in a cardboard box.
Okay. Now again, I apologize ahead of time. Your fate has been sealed already. You're not able to choose these things. In the past, I had people choose. But what ends up happening is nobody chooses the fun answer. So let's find out some more about your future that you've fallen into. So you've recently moved into this apartment. You haven't really unpacked everything. The boxes are kind of everywhere. But you're going to get around to unpacking. So you kind of set up a stack of boxes in order to check your email. So you crack open your laptop and you check your email because you're not going to unpack on the first day. That's pretty boring. So you start checking your email, and there's an email. Wow. There's an email from an African prince. And he has the deal of a lifetime for you. Let me tell you. He's got the deal of a lifetime. What he's going to do, he's got $2,000. And he totally has it, okay? What he needs to do is he's going to give it to you, $2,000. He's going to have you hold on to it. You just need your bank account information. He's going to put the $2,000 in your account. He's going to leave it there for like a day because he's got to get it, kind of clean it through the American system. You know how it is. And then he's going to come back. What he's going to do is he's only going to take $1,500 of it and leave you $500 just for the difficulty. Okay. All he needs is your bank account information. And you, being a very trusting person, what we need to do is we need to find out: do you delete that email or do you go ahead and respond to his email? So let's find out if you do. Your next number was from the 20-sided dice. We have a positive number and a negative, or in this case, an odd and an even. I apologize. So we have our odd and our even number from your 20-sided dice. Okay?
The normal dice.
What's that?
This came off the normal dice.
No, the normal one is 1 through 6. The 20-sided dice is a even.
Yeah, 1 through 6 and third number.
So the 20-sided dice number is either odd or even. Let's find out if you decided to respond to that email. If your number was even from the 20-sided dice, congratulations, you're very smart. You decided to delete that email.
Thank you, God!
But, I'm sorry. If your number was odd, trusting person, a thing that has helped you throughout your entire natural life. Unfortunately, it's not going to help you right now. You give your bank account information willingly over to the African prince, who then steals $2,000 from you. Instead of giving it to you, you are now out $2,000. You lost.
Printer there, Josh.
Okay. So, we've got two more numbers to play with to incur the wrath of fate. Okay? So, it's been one day, you've either responded or deleted that email, you took a nice sleep on cardboard boxes, you decided to wake up the next day extra early and start unpacking. But lo and behold, the postman has arrived, and he has left you a letter. But you just moved in, how weird. So you go out to the mailbox and you open up your post office box, and you pull out one card. It doesn't look like it's addressed to you. You can't even really tell who it's addressed to. The number and the name is kind of smudged off. It's got this weird white powder all over it. I don't even understand what this is. It's old, it's beat up. Why would he put this in your mailbox? It's totally not for you, although it might be for you. I don't even know. So, what we need to do is this. You have a dice roll between 1 and 6. Okay? You will have 6 different opportunities to survive this challenge. Okay? So, what we need to do is figure out whether or not you decided to open this letter and to find out what happens from there. So I'm going to give you guys the opportunity. I will tell you this. You have a 50-50 chance of something bad happening or something good happening. Okay? But I'm going to be fair. You have the opportunity to simply throw the letter away or to choose to open it. Okay? I'm giving you that faith. Okay? So you can choose now. If you want to throw the letter away, then get rid of that number, scratch it off. You've tossed the letter, and nothing good can come of it. If you're someone who wants to maybe risk it a little bit, 50-50, that's a really good, that's a coin flip, 50-50, right? If you're someone who wants to open the letter, then here we go. Alright, we ready?
Yes.
Ready? Okay.
Yep.
If you rolled, for this is your 6-sided dice, if you rolled a 1, you open up the bill, you open up the letter, and inside is an extra water bill. God, that sucks, right? They got you double doozy, so now you're out $50. Right? So if you roll a 1, you're out $50. It's a water bill. They got you. Man, that water company just... If you roll a 2, you open up the letter, you smudge away the white powder. It is actually addressed to you. Congratulations, your grandmother doesn't know when you're born. She sent you an early birthday check. That's right, $50 is yours. Way to go, Grandma! No, it's a letter. It's not a bomb. Alright. If you rolled a 3, smudge away the white powder, it is addressed to you. Weird. Open up the letter, you look inside, there's like whole paper, start pulling all these papers. It's got really bad news. Grandma, she didn't make it last time. Grandma didn't make it. She passed on to the great beyond, the great eagle in the sky. She was a Navajo Indian. Grandma didn't make it. I'm sorry. That's the downside. The upside, inheritance, baby! You just got $1,000 from Grandma! Woohoo! Alright. If you rolled a 4, you wipe off the white dust. It is again, it's addressed to you. That's odd. Why would you open it up? Shoot. You missed paying a bill on time. They're double doozying you now. You have to pay an extra $200. Sorry, so you're out $200. $200. They're getting you. You gotta pay those bills on time, guys. You gotta pay those bills, okay? Alright. If you rolled a 5, if fate bestowed the wonderful number of 5 upon you, you wipe off the white powder. It's not addressed to you at all. You open it up. Some love letter to Phil? This is totally not your letter. Why would they give this to you? Don't worry, guys. It's mistaken edit. Right? They put it in the wrong mailbox. Not a problem. No, there's no money inside. There's no weird, bank account or anything. No, nothing. Except it is illegal to open other people's mail. You are now being charged with a $500 fraud attack from the Postal Service. Okay? You are now out $500. Never open other people's mail. That is illegal. That is a fraud attempt. Okay? I'm sorry. That's how it is. All right. If you rolled a 6, all right. So you have your letter. You're looking at it. Wipe off that weird white powder. You open it up. There's nothing in it. It's empty. Who would have sent you an empty letter, right? Weird. Crickle it up, throw it away. You go back into your apartment. All of a sudden, oh God, it's an anthrax attack! No! You quickly pick up your cell phone that you're paying $80 a month for. Thank God for that. Child, hello? Anthrax! Not the band, no. Yes, no, yeah. Okay, don't worry, they got you to the hospital. You survived. But man, those hospital bills are expensive. You are now out $2,000 for an anthrax attack bill at the hospital. Sorry, anthrax attack. It happened. It happened. This is real life stuff. Right out of the news.
Oh my God. At least I didn't get the anthrax.
You don't want the anthrax, that's for sure. Alright. Now, you've gone back into your house after that weird whole letter thing. That was strange. You're all done with that. All done with that. You go back in, you're starting to unpack your stuff, set up your TV, you're watching your cable unless you don't have cable. And in that case, you're just staring at a blank TV. You're watching your television, you're just relaxing, right? Thank God all those weird ordeals are finally done with and fate can leave you alone. Why, hello, knock at the door? What could that be? I assume it's a 50-50 chance of something horrible happening to you. So, I'm a fair man. Let's be fair. Fate can deliver you some curveballs, but you have to get up and open that door. So, if you choose to open the door, then be ready, because you have a 50-50 chance of something good happening.
I literally had nothing to lose.
But you can always sit quietly, turn the television off, and not open that door and wait for them to leave. So I'm going to let you choose right now whether you want to open the door. Or simply sit quietly in the dark room. Alright. Hi guys. Alright, so if you decide to open the door, assuming that you did, right? And you decided, you have your cards, right? So you have a royal card. You can either have an ace, a king, a queen, a jack, a 10, or a 9. Those are your options, right? Those are your options. If you were someone who had an ace, you open the door. You walk on over, you saunter on over to the door, right? Open up the door. Who could it be? Surprise! It's Publishers Clearinghouse. All of those magazines that you have been saving and paying for have finally paid off. You get a large, comically sized check for $10,000. $10,000. Congratulations, your boat has just come in. Way to go. Magazine subscriptions all the way. Cat Fancy 2, Cat Fancy Junior. You need them all. Hooray for Publishers Clearinghouse. Woo! kindly old man walks in, kind of shakes on in, he shakes on into your apartment. Recently, well, you've been moving boxes in and out all day. What you didn't realize was you dropped your purse and or wallet. He found it for you, and him being a kindly old man, he wanted to give it back to you. So he hands it back to you. Guess what? There's still $100 in there. That's awesome, right? That's awesome. So you get $100. Downfall, there was $500 in it originally. So you've lost $400, but you've gained $100. So, kindly old man, maybe not. I don't know. He didn't seem to realize when he found it there was just $100 in there. So he was doing his good deed for the day. He's trying.
Only lost 700.
If your car was the queen, you hear a knock at the door, decide to go on over. Who could it be? I know who it is. You open it up. Surprise! It's the kindly old man again. From yesterday, right? How nice of him to stop by. Again, he jives on into your room. He comes on out. How are you? I'm doing well. Did you find another wallet that has $400 in it? No, he didn't find that. Here's the problem. It always is a problem. But don't worry, it's not as bad as it sounds. Really, it's not. So, he's got bad vision. And he really shouldn't be driving late at night. So he's backing up his car, and he hit this car. It's not yours. Calm down. He hit this car. But he was so frightened that he jacked it into drive and did hit your car. So he's kind of backing up. Oh, no! Ah! Sorry. But because he was hitting it in forward, right? I mean, it wasn't like a little fender bender. I mean, he plowed the hell into your car is broken. It is in half. Okay? Really, it's amazing to do so much damage with an Oldsmobile. But right into there, right? So you have to pay some dues. He didn't have auto insurance because he's old. Sorry. So you have to go to the garage and obviously get this thing buffed out. It's going to cost you $2,000, however. $2,000. $2,000. If you had the queen, you're out $2,000. And they only get better from there.
Don't say this.
Charlie's is up there.
I'm about to get destroyed.
He's gonna lose all his money. Charlie's is real welfare.
I'm already on food stamps and welfare.
Okay. If your card was the jack, right? That's a good card to have. Your card was a jack, then you get again the knock at the door. Go check it. That's why I should. Just in case. It's a little bit ghetto. You gotta, It's Overton.
It's Charlie.
You go see what it was. Seriously, I'm a little concerned. Get down! The police have broken into your apartment. Oh God! They're knocking things over. All the things you spent so much time packing up, and you unpacked, and your heirloom lamp gone. Your credenza broken. Everything's destroyed. It's all destroyed. They thought that your house was a crack den. Downfall. It was the next door apartment, not yours. Wow, the city feels really bad about that.
The old man is all
It was the city feels really bad about sending the police into your apartment and breaking everything. So they said they're sorry. The downfall to this, obviously, there has to be a downfall. The downfall to this, the police have broken many things that cannot be replaced. So you're now out $500 to replace all those things. That family heirloom credenza, I mean, that was a cherished heirloom. Yes, so if you had a jack, you're out $500. Sorry,
I'm having a blast.
I thought so.
$1,200 I don't have.
All right.
That's literally how much money I have in a month.
If someone who had the, what are we at, 10. If you were someone who had the 10 card. You get a knock at the door. I'll get it for you, don't worry. I guess we were hanging out. We're homies. Open the door. Who is it? The UPS man, right? How nice is giving you a package, right? Giving you a package. There doesn't seem to be any white powder on that after that. And, you know. So it's a package. It's delivered just to you. What? We found you here. You just moved in. So you take out your box cutter, look around, make sure there's no police around. Take out your box cutter, you open it up. That's weird. It's a set of keys. They're not car keys, that's for sure. That's weird. They look like a set of keys to an upgraded apartment! That's right, if you have a 10, whatever apartment you're at currently, you now get an extra $400 stipend a month, to upgrade to a new apartment. That's right. So please feel free to go ahead and upgrade. That's $400 a month. $400 a month.
Upgrade?
This is, I'm having
Okay.
Donald Trump.
If you had a 9, again you get the knock at the door. So jiggle on over here. Open up. Who is it? It's the UPS man again. He has another package for you. But don't worry, I'm sure it's gonna be good. You gotta shake it. No keys this time. Back. It's empty. Somebody's played a horrible joke on you. They sent you an empty box. You get nothing. Nothing at all. No money, no positive, no negative. You get a 9. This is the only option. You get nothing at all. So there is at least one. Can't hurt you.
Alright.
So there you
As
go.
long as I didn't get anything, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do is this. Our last thing we have to think about when it comes, throughout our lives, whenever we're working, we're working jobs, we're having our apartments, things happen to us that change our outlook. Sometimes you're not planning on something happening, say like an anthrax attack. You really want to be prepared for these things at all times, okay? So whatever savings you have, sometimes you want to have a little bit set aside, maybe $1,000 or $2, because you never know what old man is going to drive through your house. It might happen, right? So what I want you to do, make sure you plug those numbers in. And then finally is this. If there's one bandit that will never leave us, it is the national government. And this government likes to take money from us on a yearly basis. We call that taxes. Now, what we're going to do is this. I would set up at a 7% tax. Okay, 7% tax. Now, in factuality, in the real world, they would actually take 7% of your yearly income. That's what taxes are, right? They're taking that money and they're actually giving you back your own money. It's a really broken system, but that's neither here nor there. So we have to take into account our taxes, but I'm going to be fair. I'm not going to bother incorporating our yearly income. I'm going to assume that the taxes have already been taken out and back in and everything's good to go. What we didn't take into account was the amount of money that we spend and the taxes on that. Okay? So what we need to do is figure out our yearly taxes for our expenses. So to do that, we take our expenses, we times by 12, figure out the yearly number, right? And then we need to take 7% of that number. We're going to subtract that from our total as well, okay? So go ahead and take care of that real quick. 7%, if you don't know, that's 0.07, okay? From this total. How much is it?
Well, mine's $596.40.
Nice.
This is a little horrible life. Is there a suicide note?
No, there is one final option for that, don't worry. God, I'm being bored. All right. So, at this point, what I want you guys to do is 2 things. A, I'm going to play a video in the background, just something to kind of get the juices flowing as we start to talk about ways that we can decorate and effectively use our space properly. What I want you to do is do this. Slowly but surely start to add your numbers together or subtract your numbers and figure out basically what we call the net income. That's after all of our bills taken from monthly to yearly. Because again, remember that we're dealing with our yearly income. So our rent times 12, that'll give us our yearly rent. Our bills times 12, that'll give us our yearly bills. You may choose to not have the internet if you want. That is your choice. Okay? So our bills times 12, that'll give you that. Our expenses times 12 plus those taxes, take that out of your yearly income. The email, the letter, the knock at the door, and your stocks, take all that into account. Come up with your net income. That is the finalized number. That is all the money that you have in savings. Okay? By tomorrow, you want to have that number prepped and ready. And then by hopefully Friday, we can sign up the computer lab. Either Friday or Monday, you are going to specifically need that number. Okay? Your net income. How much money you have in the savings account. Okay? Because we're going to use that number because we're going to buy things for our apartment. Okay? We're going to buy actual real world objects. We're going to go to the computer lab and we're going to use all the avenues at our fingertips. So we'll use Lowe's, we'll use Home Depot, we'll use whatever you want. You can go all out. If you can find it online and it has a price, then you can buy it. We're going to talk about, on Friday, we're going to talk about square footage and how to actually lay things out in your apartment. We're going to do a blueprint on the computer as well as kind of a generalized sketch in your, on your pen and paper there. And then finally, next week, we're going to take all that information and then we're going to do one final step to it. But my last note is this. In the real world, sometimes we get thrown these crazy curveballs, i.e. this. And sometimes you need a little bit extra money. And thankfully, not only am I an owner of a really nice condominium that all of you are living in, I also own a bank. That's right. I'm really, really wealthy. So you own a bank. So if you are someone who wants to take out a loan through the Bank of Kozak, you are more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to. I am offering currently, I'm offering $5,000 loans. So if you want to take out a loan, you are more than welcome. You can add that into your total as well. I'm giving out $5,000 loans. Keep in mind, however, you will need to repay that loan at a time of my choosing. And also remember that much like all of our projects, there are curveballs that I'm going to be throwing to you along the way. These curveballs may make you more money, may lose you more money. So there are things that you want to think about as far as how much money do you have in savings, how much do you want to spend? Do you want to spend it all, or do you want to keep a little bit on the side? The final note that I'm going to make is this. I know, right? Final note is this. This project, on top of being an art project, on top of doing our blueprints and graphic design, and then inevitably learning how to do one-point perspective, this project also has a bonus along with it. Kind of a contest, if you will. The person who has the most savings at the end of this project will get a hefty bonus along the way. We're going to learn how to fill out a check properly, and at the very end of this project, you're going to deposit a check to the Bank of Kozak along with your loan to find out who has the most in their savings account. The person who has the most will win the bonus. Okay, you remember that it is a bonus, so much like in real life, some people have started off with more and they can spend more. Some people have started off with less and they have to be a little more frugal. But learn to budget your money accordingly, because if you can do this, what we just joked around with, and you can do this in the real world, then I promise you budgeting yourself is going to be very, very easy, because this is all it is coming up with your yearly numbers and figure out how much money you have left over at the end. Okay? So we're going to play a video in the background. Please come up with your net income. If for some reason you need any help,